What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy LT, and we back with another video, man. I got a banger for y'all today, bro. We got 15 NBA legends that got to play all three: Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James, and they're going to decide for themselves who is the greatest player of all time. And, man, go ahead and drop in the comments who your greatest player of all time is, and I'm going to do the same, and we're going to do, y'all already know kind of who my favorite of all time is, but that's just the facts. So we're going to go ahead and get into this video, bro. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, man. Make sure y'all leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and leave me some comments, man. We're going to get into this one and see what's going on.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James. Three of the best basketball players ever. And people have been arguing over who's better between the three forever. And honestly, we'll all probably still continue to argue about it till the day we die. It seems like we'll never be able to settle the argument ourselves. Even NBA players have chimed in on who they think is better. But still, people always argue with each other for their opinions for a number of different reasons. Whether it be they're too young, never played against them, never even seen them play, and just so much more.
Facts.
But I thought, who better to ask than NBA legends and players who've actually played against all three of them.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, let's get straight into the video.
Let's go. All right, before we get, no, my fault. Before we get into this, some of these players, they had to be young when they played Mike. So Mike had to be old. So I'm kind of biased to those guys. You know, I'm sorry.
I would like you to rank these legendary basketball players from best to worst. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant.
It's Kobe, Mike, LeBron. That's how he's gonna say it. Any legend, if he's got to be put on the spot like that, he's gonna say himself first. That's what I would do.
What do you reckon?
Fine.
No,
I'm the best. Michael second best. LeBron.
You can only choose one. LeBron, Mike, Kobe.
Jordan.
Neither one of them. I'm not gonna put that. I don't do that era. So you know what I'm saying. But if you want to, as the most dog one and gonna take the more serious and he gonna win you championships and do things, it's Michael Jordan.
Yes, sir.
You took who?
No, you're not.
No, but I'm asking.
I took Jordan.
You took Jordan?
I'm never going against Jordan.
Michael. Greatest of all time, Jalen?
Airness.
Greatest of all time?
Unanimous.
Okay, thank you very much. That being said, Jalen, I want to start with you.
Okay.
How do you feel about LeBron saying that about himself?
First and foremost, to me, LeBron officially passed Larry Bird and got into the top 5.
Larry Bird is top 5, not top 3. Who else? Who are y'all putting above him? Who are y'all putting above him? That's what I need to know. Who are y'all putting above him? Because they don't make no sense. None.
When he won his final championship, his only championship in Cleveland. In my mind, he still has a way to go clearly to pass Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, 11 championships, 13 years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
The captain.
and my heart just won't let him pass Magic just yet. I got to see a little bit more.
As
They need
much
to
as
watch.
we did, and they see LeBron James and Kobe, you know, Kobe gets slighted in all of this, by the way, but
Is that the
when they
number one
only
guy who
see-
gets slighted, you think? in this
absolutely.
It's two.
argument?
100%.
Who's the other?
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Timmy for sure, too.
And
Can you imagine him
but you
saying
know
that?
what? LeBron having these conversations and his accolades allow us and the fans to kind of put him ahead of those two guys.
But here's the crazy thing. Y'all probably gonna kill me. But
Okay.
I think MJ is the greatest of all time, but I think Kobe is more skilled than any player that's ever played that I've seen.
I don't.
That's not a bad argument. Because, okay, I know people going to say, like, the most skilled, that's not a bad argument. I think he has a fair analysis there. Michael Jordan could be the greatest player, but not the most skilled player. And that's just what it is. I mean, we all have our faults, but it seemed like every time something was wrong with Kobe's game, it got fixed. He fixed it just like that. And that's just what it is. I mean, you got players who can do that, and they don't always turn out to be good players like Kobe Bryant. But, yeah, I agree. That's valid. That's valid as hell.
I think that's.
I think Kobe's more skilled than
That's
anybody.
not a bad. That's not.
That ain't far off.
For that.
You rolling with that?
He's up there.
Skill-wise, if
I
we're just talking about
I don't know
skill.
if that's good or bad.
But
Michael Jordan always took it to a point that he wanted to guard the best player, even with myself. Even if I start talking trashy him, he would always tell Scottie Pippen, look, I'm taking Gary tonight. He would always take the best basketball player on that thing. But I think now in this era, LeBron doesn't want to tire himself out because he does so much on his Cleveland basketball team. It's a difference. Michael Jordan really didn't have a mindset of, I don't care if I do tire myself out, I'm going to go and take this guy because I want to prove to him that I am the better basketball player. I think that LeBron doesn't have that mindset that he wants to do that every night because he knows that he does so much on his team and he has to exert himself so much that he doesn't do it.
But I'm saying to you, Gary,
and that's 100% facts, bro. I always think that. That's like one of my biggest arguments when people come at me and they say, oh, LeBron James is better than Mike. Man, your man only played one half of the court, and I get why he only plays one half of the court, but shit, like he's saying, like Michael Jordan, it didn't matter if he was scoring 60 points, he still wanted to guard the best player on their team. Even if he's losing, he wants to guard the best. You see what I'm saying? So Michael Jordan always took that initiative to be the better player and take on not just being a scorer, but being a defender. And that's why he has defensive titles and scoring titles, because he did that. LeBron James is a great player when it comes offensively wise, but he lacks on the defensive side of the ball. And a lot of LeBron fans try to look over there like, oh, he does this. But can he defend? But can he get a stop? Oh, he get a chase down block everyone's on a fast break. But if I'm put him in front of somebody and tell him don't let him blow by him, is he going to stop him? That's the thing that bothers me. You can't play defense in a game where, let's be honest, basketball is the only sport where defense matters more than offense. That is 100% facts. Football, if the defense stops somebody 4 times, they get the ball and they get a chance to score 7 points. If a defense don't stop a team 4 times in basketball, that's 8. You get what I'm saying? Defense is really oriented around basketball. So when I say, if you don't know how to play defense in basketball, you're not a good player. You're not. You're not a good player if you do not know how to play defense. If all you know how to do is score, you're not a good basketball player. You are a scorer. You are not a great basketball player. And that's just facts. I don't care. I mean, if y'all think otherwise, let me know in the comments. But that's how I visualize it. Scoring don't make you a good basketball player. Playing both sides of the ball do. If you can score some and then you can play defense, you good. A lot of these defensive players, like Kawhi Leonard, let me think of some more guys who play solid. Kobe Bryant, freaking Klay Thompson. Let me think of more defensive players that play. What's that boy's name? He's just right there on the Warriors. He's Draymond Green. The things that make them such a great player, where they can go and win championships on a consistent basis and stuff like that, is the defense. It's the defense. And that's what really makes the difference.
Never seen him do it. I'm talking about, I have never seen a game where LeBron has come out from open and tap and said, you know what, I got him. I'm shutting him down. I've never seen him do it ever.
Never.
I haven't seen it neither, and it's just, that's the case, but like I said, I haven't seen that. I said it's the truth, but I have to be in LeBron's case too, because like I said, he has to do so much on these basketball teams. He does not have Scottie Pippen. He does not have guys like that who can help him out on the Chicago team.
Hold on. I got played the freak out. So you see this thing, I don't know if y'all can see it, but this little thing in the freaking window right here, bro, I thought it was a bird flying in place, bro. I was about to,
And that situation, I think it's just a little different.
If Jordan is the best player you played against, is that right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did play against Jordan.
Okay. The second best player you played against is who?
I did play against Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. So, I mean, I think right there, I mean, I don't really have an order. I mean, I could think MJ's there, and then you have Kobe, and probably the second best player than LeBron.
Not fair. I don't understand. As much as I like LeBron, and he's one of the greatest I've seen, why do they just brush him past Kobe Bryant?
I was just about to say that.
You know, because
exactly, bro. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, When did LeBron James get past Kobe? That's what I needed to know. Can somebody explain that to me? He just we didn't know. He just got on the bus and passed Kobe and we didn't even see it. He just somehow went to 2. You get what they saying? Like, how? When did this happen? What date? Can somebody show me the game? When I'll even watch a video. If you can find a video the day that LeBron James surpassed Kobe Bryant, because there has not been a day where he's passed Kobe Bryant. He don't got more titles than him. Sorry, he got more scoring than him. He don't got more scoring titles than Kobe, defensive titles than Kobe. So when did this surpassing happen, bro? I think a lot of LeBron fans just want to try to get him to the top as fast as they can. No, bro, it's levels to this. It's levels to this. You feel me? But I mean, LeBron fans gonna be LeBron's fans. That's
you get these guys always say, "Well, Charles ain't on this list because he don't have a ring." That's fair. I accept that. But Kobe's got 5 rings, and he's the closest I've seen to Michael Jordan. Why? Because we're living in the moment, and he's got 2 more rings than LeBron. It's no disrespect, but I'm not gonna move LeBron past Kobe. I don't think that's fair.
Listen, because of Michael Jordan, you've seen a lot of other players, right?
Exactly.
Me, every time I hear these discussions, I always shut people up because what I do, I always give it up to the guys before me, right? Like they say, oh, you this and you that. Say no. Wilt was the most dominant. Yeah. Michael Jordan was the greatest player. Magic was the greatest point guard. Charles and Karl Malone, the greatest point guards. That's it. Everybody else, you better Tim Duncan. Everybody else that come.
Does LeBron have to do something, or can he do something where you would go, now I would look at him as the best player?
No, I think he certainly
he's a great player.
You know, just off the cuff, he's certainly the top 5 of all time.
Yes, I can
but
agree.
Playing against him and MJ, I think for me it's MJ all day long.
Meta, you've guarded all the greats: Kobe, Jordan, LeBron.
Yes.
Who's the toughest player you've ever guarded? And is it LeBron James?
Scalabrine by far. Those guys
They're tough. Those guys are soft. Jordan is soft. Scalabrine.
All right.
But
now we're answering for real. He just threw out 3 names: Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Hardest
or maybe
guard.
if it's somebody. Jordan.
Definitely. And wait, and let me.
What bothered me is when they do talk about
every time I see Iverson, every time I look at Iverson, I think my man is just like off a whole thing of lean. Like he just, when they talk to me, bother me. Yeah.
LeBron is great, first of all. When they talk about comparing him to Mike, I don't understand how they don't have the debate when it comes to Kobe. Like I don't get it. I mean, what you forgot or something? What they forgot?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Talk to me, please.
I really think they forgot. Like I really think they forgot the Mamba, man, the certified serial killer, man.
You know, I just was curious. Who's your top 5 basketball players? Top 5. Mike, Shaq, Kobe, okay, LeBron, Brown. The 5th one is always hard. It could be. I mean, it could be a lot of dudes.
LeBron entered the best ever conversation.
Why is that so hard? The 5th person is always hard to decide because you can go. Because for me personally, my top 5 goes Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and my 5th is always so hard because I'm like, well, Magic's there, but then you got Kareem, you got Kareem, you got Hakeem, you got Shaq, you got all of these players, bro. Because that's a hard one. The 5th one is always hard to pick, and it's hard for me to also, like, sometimes it's always hard for me to do 4th too, because I'd be like, LeBron James, would I pick him over Shaq? Like, if I had a lineup, would I pick him over Shaq? No. Hell no. But then it's like, when you look at the skill basis and what you need, like, if I'm a coach, would I pick LeBron James over Shaq? Of course. That's coach standard. But as a person who likes the game of basketball, and I got 5, like, I'm the point guard, and who I'm going to pick, it's not going to be LeBron. Not gonna do it.
Like the GOAT? I don't think he can enter that conversation as being the GOAT. As great as LeBron is, as great as he's been, he will be considered one of the greatest players, not the greatest. I mean, that's Michael Jordan.
You just think it's closed. No one will ever play basketball as well as that man.
We're talking about LeBron. I'm not talking about nobody else. We're talking about specifically LeBron and what he's accomplished up to what Michael Jordan has accomplished.
Michael Jordan, 6 titles, 6 finals MVPs. That means it was all about you each series. You were the mismatch.
So I'm going with Michael, Magic, Larry, Kareem, and Hakeem Olajuwon would be in my top 5. But then after that, you got guys like Wilt.
See, it's just so hard.
LeBron's going to be in there? Hey, maybe not. Is LeBron going to be top 10 for you?
No.
I would put Kobe over LeBron in my top 10. If I had to be a top 10, Kobe would be over LeBron.
Facts.
All right, LeBron's now 4th on the all-time scoring list. Does that change anything for you, Chris?
No. I mean, I knew he was a great player. It doesn't. It doesn't change anything. He's a great player. Again, I think no athlete has had the pressure before entering any league. No athlete has had social media and that pressure. No athlete was paid $100 million from Nike before they came into play besides LeBron. So for him to pass every expectation, to me, that's the greatest accomplishment. But, you know, you can look at a lot of things, you know, you could come. I just think there needs to be a line in the sand and no more comparisons because it just can't be. You know, Jordan didn't come straight out of high school. What if Jordan would have played 2 more years? Jordan played in a different era, you know. So I'm kind of worn out of the comparisons because I think you still have to talk about him being better than Kobe. You can't just jump up to Jordan. I don't think numbers just mean it. And I think maybe he is the greatest teammate of all time instead of individual players. So when you get into the weeds of it, I've heard some really good arguments, and I can agree with those. But the overall arguments, I'm not sure. Because one day Durant's going to break all of those, and I think Durant will actually break Kareem's record. So it means a lot that he did that, and I'm congratulations, very happy for him. But it doesn't do anything in the argument of who's better to me.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because you played against these guys. So you're sort of that bridge guy that you know what Mike was like and obviously what LeBron is like. But I mean, you're right about Kobe. He sort of gets lost in this. I'm not sure why, but he's in between the two, but he's not given enough credit, I think, for what he did, how he did it, because he said, I'm going to be as good as, I'm going to go right at Mike. And I'm going to have my number 24, not 23.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm going right at you. I want to be better than you. I'm going to play just like you did and have your same style. So if you're going to compare, the comparison is really Kobe to Mike, not LeBron to Mike.
The best player I've played against has to be Michael Jordan, just because of the expectation each night.
And what's crazy is that's not what we expect. So, like, I want you to look at every series that LeBron James has ever played. When he played the Warriors when he was with the Cavs, it didn't come down to him. People weren't like, oh, this game is going to come down to LeBron versus Klay Thompson. It was, oh, this is going to come down to a battle of the point guards, Stephen Curry and Kyrie. Who is going to be the better point guard? Who is going to take the leadership and take that lead that they need to win? Kyrie got what he needed. Cool. That's not. Then let's go look back at the Heat era. When he playing with the Heat, he goes, okay, it comes down to can Bosh hold Dirk? Boom. It came down to can D Wade and Bosh stop the Spurs from getting another title? Boom. You get what I'm saying? It was never like, no, LeBron James is the biggest problem on the court. Nobody cared about LeBron James. He was a scorer, but he can't play defense, and everybody knows that. The Spurs took advantage of that. Dallas took advantage of that. The Warriors took advantage of that. That's why they run that fast-paced basketball. That's why they run the small ball, if you have not noticed. It legit takes LeBron James out of the whole argument. So now it's a 4-on-5 the whole game. That's why they do it. If you go watch, I want y'all to really watch. Maybe one of these days I'll do a breakdown of it. But if you watch, The whole reason for the whole small ball, the Warrior small ball, it defeats every bit of LeBron James' game. Every bit. And that's what it's good for. So, I mean, you can't be mad at it.
You know, I'm going to see Michael. What is he going to go for? 40? Is he going to score 50 tonight? Is he going to score 60? And he never let down, you know, those people. He always came and put on a show. And while he was putting on a show, he's one of the hardest guys to guard. You know, he can get to the basket, he can jump over you, he can shoot the jump shot, and you know, he would let you know about it too. So he wasn't a guy who was quiet. He used to talk a little trash. Now when I say little, that's just putting it nicely, but he was probably the hardest to guard because he was on stage each night and he brought it. And you know, you look at Kobe Bryant, he's right up there too. He's a guy who performs at a high level each time he takes the floor, and he's a guy that...
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
No, it didn't.
That's what I felt. I was super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought.
I'm gonna let him finish.
I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years of everything in sports has gone on.
Exactly. You are the greatest player that Cleveland has ever had. I understand that. That'll make you the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time for Cleveland. That does not make you the greatest of all time. I am so sorry to bust your little bitty bubble, but 4 and 6 is not the same. It's not the same. How many defensive titles you got? How many scoring titles you got? Come on, man. Things add up. LeBron James, you're a great player, but you're naive to think that because you won one game for Cleveland, one series for Cleveland to give them a fucking a championship, that makes you the greatest of all time. One championship. You know there's still a big debate on if Tom Brady is the GOAT. Like, it's still a good argument too. And Tom Brady has, how many did he win for Boston? And we still don't consider him the GOAT. Come on now. Y'all, knock it off, bro.
On the Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you.
I'm sorry, I don't want to hear it.
I never had the chance to compete against other legends. You know, what everybody's saying I am, I never had the chance to compete against other legends that was prior to me. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, you know, it's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows, you know. I never had the chance, once again, to play against those guys.
Exactly.
That's the video for today, guys.
Exactly. That's how a fucking GOAT answers the damn question. That's how you answer the question. Are you the GOAT? I mean, I never got to play against all of the greatest guys that this league has had to offer. So when I hear it, it kind of tenses me up because I don't know why I should get that title. I ain't played everybody. He's still hungry for more competition. That's what that is. When you say I'm the GOAT, that means you settled. That means you got where you wanted to be and you think, oh, I'm at the top. This is the top of the mountain. Michael Jordan said, I got pretty high, but there's some more people up there I didn't get to. There's some more people up there I should have played. You know? That's just how I view it, man. But, man, if you guys did enjoy this video, man, make sure y'all leave me a like, subscribe to this channel, turn your notifications on, and leave me some comments, man, because we back and we active again, man. I hope you guys do have a safe one. LT is out.